little while ago, there was a conversation about whether or not Marc Jacobs was appropriating Black culture by way of his fingernails. Now, here's the thing. I don't have a full-on answer for that, but I can tell you that we had a conversation about it today and in my Black feelings. Now, why did we have this beautifully removed conversation? Because some other stuff that came up, and so we needed to wait, number one. And number two, because sometimes you need to sit in some stuff. Sometimes you need to marinate before you just pop out and show people. So what came up in this conversation were actually a lot more questions than answers. And I wanted to share some of those questions with you, and I want you to share some of your questions and maybe even your answers with us in the comments. Make sure to keep it respectful, right? Because we like discourse, not disrespect. So one of the questions that came up is, when you properly and fully humanize people, do you still wear them as a costume? And I thought that that was a hit-and-ass question. It was followed by a statement on respect and receipts being needed for us to be able to further delineate who is appropriating versus who is appreciating. But that led to a question of, well, what does genuine respect even look like? Especially in the age of TikTok, or in the age of social media, where every post and everything that you do in some way, shape, or form could be getting commodified, which means that any way that you wear or show or do something that is not from your own culture can then be, in a sense, an appropriation. Because what I didn't discuss is the definition. So cultural appropriation harms marginalized communities by perpetuating stereotypes and commodifying their culture, as in making that money, honey. Whereas appreciation would be about empowering them, uplifting them, and recognizing their contributions. And I think that some people try to do a little bit of both. They're like, they did that thing, but I won't pay them for that thing that I stole from them. So where it comes right down to it, specifically within the fashion industry, the question was asked, well, how does the fashion industry pull inspiration without dipping their toe into constant appropriation? And my answer was threefold. Name it, pay it, uplift it. Name where you got it from every single time in every single interview. Pay it. 15% of the money should go to the people that you got it from. Here's why. You would pay an agent who found you a job 15% of your incomes from that job. So if you did this job, this work, and you found it over there, then that means that those people you found it from should also be able to get some monetary benefit from that work you found from them. And then uplift. Uplift somebody from that community who was doing work within the same industry as you, but can't seem to get past the gatekeeper, because quiet as is kept, if you're being interviewed for the thing, you are a little bit of a gatekeeper, which means that you should keep your butt out the way of that gate and let somebody else through. But those are my thoughts, and I want to know yours. What are some of the questions that come up for you when you're answering this question of appropriation versus appreciation? And how do you know what the difference is? Because ultimately, I think where we came to is that whether or not it's appropriation or appreciation, because we're talking about harm is individual, which means that whether or not it's appropriation or appreciation may very well be in the eye of the beholder. Again, hit me in the comments. Remember, discourse, not disrespect. Keep it cute. Bye.